Yield!
Animo test 6308. Stand clear.
Flee! Do your worst! Flee! We shall...
Animo test 60...
You're dead meat!
Odds reveal...
Do your work!
hypostasis at you.
Yield!
I summon.
Look alive!
Midnight Phantasm.
Do your work! Hear my prayer! Yield! You asked for it! Do your
Animal.
buckle up! Flee!
Stand clear. Enhanced animal modules.
Do your worst!
By royal
Yield!
absorption test.
Grant us your blessing!
Wings of darkness. Come, sever night from day. So you believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double. Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but...
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here. Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is the first time we're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, this case is from a decade ago. Well, not to worry. You're 10 or so years ago.
Wow, cool! He sounds like one of those
Precisely. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday. I know. The
Yeesh.
not a magician named Caesar. When the police went, sure enough, I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote. 3 days from now, when evening falls, I shall take from you that which you hold most dear at the opera house, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
This is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, the Phantom Weasel, what once seemed like an open and shut case,
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean even we might be targeted? Really? Oh.
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the public... Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It does feel like something is missing, though. Something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Lenny!
Magic, magician, Caesar, the Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Lenny! You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too! And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common? They both have an air of mystery about them. Perhaps there's a connection there.
Are you serious? What sort of a deduction is that?
Oh, relax. My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. Let's go. No time for delay.
Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy, which means we can read other people's minds.
Really? Then, what am I thinking now?
Well, first you need to relax, because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind, as if to say, no, I mustn't let him guess.
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your mind, to think of nothing at all. But the more you try to hide a secret, the easier it'll come out. You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told your family a little lie so you could come out and play. Now, that's not a good habit.
You can tell? Oh boy, you really can read my mind.
Of course. Oh, and that's the end of my performance. You should really be heading home. Remember to apologize to your family, all right? They must be worried about you.
All right, got it. Bye, Mr. Magician.
Hey, Lenny?
Why, hello. We meet again. Are you looking for me? What's the situation?
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The power of telepathy is quite beyond me.
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his micro-expressions. That, plus the fact that he was the only kid here without his parents, and he looked as guilty as sin. He made it easy for me. You guys, on the other hand, let me guess. Don't tell me you're here for the Phantom Weasel, are you?
Wow! Got it in one! Is this more of your trickery at work?
Wait, really? No trickery this time. It was pure luck. His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, Linny, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance?
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Angry? Why?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the Opera House. That's the night I'll be performing there.
Huh. What are the chances? Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you, do you?
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally. And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me. The mere mention of the Weasel's name is enough to scare people off, so once the contents of that letter get out, barely anyone will be showing up to watch my show. But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day. This leaves me with only one choice. I have to expose the Phantom Weasel's identity before the show begins.
Really? So what you're saying is, we might get to see a live duel between a famous magician and an infamous thief? Wow, this has exclusive written all over it!
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom Weasel is a notorious crook, infamous for his inscrutable methods.
You're being far too modest, Linny. I think your magic tricks are even more inscrutable than those of a thief.
Thanks for the compliment, though I have to say I don't care much for the comparison. A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the ability to make things disappear without the person noticing. But there's an important difference that these people overlook. Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower, just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
It's gone!
That's the question. Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might be a surprise in there somewhere.
A surprise? Let me see!
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Lenny, it seems that my previous praise was woefully inadequate. Clearly, magic is the superior art form to theft.
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians. Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality. It can be quite frustrating.
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, might I presume that you are well versed in floral symbolism? For example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion and romantic encounters. But you used a Lumidu spell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separations. I'm curious to know if there was any deeper meaning behind this choice?
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But I'm afraid I don't know the first thing about floral symbolism. I'm just in the habit of using Lumidu spells in my magic. It sounds like something I should look into, though. I'll buy myself a copy of...
Well noted. Please feel free to... If there's nothing else, I'll be off.
So, Lenny...
I'm afraid...
Well, magicians are entitled to their secrets. But you feel it too, right? So itchy.
Not so itchy then, huh? Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my...
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians too! Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done! Shall we go for it?
Excellent. Thank you for putting your trust in moi. The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar... But if he wasn't the weasel? Well, that'll make things more interesting. It would mean that the weasel lives, and he's been laying low all this time in some corner of Fontaine. And if we're investigating, we should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
What trinkets lie veiled within this desolate plain?
No way. I'm not guessing.
Another test subject.
You took your time.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and...
It's been a while, Lynette.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad. Well, we won't get... Excuse me, good...
Gemma? You mean Caesar?
I'm just trying to get a hold...
Yeah, she does. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been... I asked her what she was... She knows he's gone.
And she's been doing...
I'll bet. I don't know if if I'm honest. I think this is all so unfair to... Anyway, all of that said, well, that's everything I...
All right, well, thank...
You're welcome.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding.
I don't know anymore. But what if? Just...
Called it.
Oh, please.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel. We're actually quite interested.
You've come to the right people. He was a great... I was right up...
I saw him perform. Sometimes... But after he died, there were also... As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel...
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets clear... No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong? Wait. It looks like... Hi there. You're Gemma, right?
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid, we mean no harm. It looks like you're injured. How...
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you?
My name is Linny, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that you knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
No, not that I know of.
Got it. All right, sorry for disturbing you.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened a whole decade ago. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me...
Animo test 6308. Absorption test. Yeah. Swirl marked.
Gloves off!
I call dibs. Let's get it on! Yield!
Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
We shall prevail!
Over here.
Lynette's not joining us?
I've had her followed. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. So, we need a contingency plan. Today we'll be looking into when Caesar before long. I had to
You neglected...
My apologies.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Get a load of this guy.
I only agreed...
Much obliged, sir. Yesterday morning, I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned.
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the weasel and he's been...
Please, sir, no need.
Possibility, it's a The weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows...
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me, what exactly are you...
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years...
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets. And in any case, dead men don't talk. So if you really care about your magician's...
Uh-oh. This is...
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man? Want to grab a drink with me?
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on. You can't be all business all the time. You know what they say? Live fast, die young. You gotta learn how to kick back and relax once in a while.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd...
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've...
Oh, hey! This is your first time meeting? And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being...
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again. Do I make myself clear?
Sorry.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thought?
Totally. He's gotta be hiding...
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy Edmondo seems...
Art is the key ingredient in fine dining. Just help yourself.
Ugh, I'm so annoyed.
Forget about me. This is about what you want. Art, the key ingredient in fine dining.
You okay there?
I say way too much.
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you?
Hey! Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions. Or make an enemy out of him.
What kind of bad?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't... That's not a good sign.
And there he goes.
Shh! I think we're being watched. Someone was listening in to our whole conversation. Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We'd better take this elsewhere. You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
So you're Linny. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today? Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us. Let's not drag this.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister! Who said...
Save your questions, missy. You ain't gonna need answers where you're going. Capiche?
Looks like we can't avoid... Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Don't worry, we got this!
And voila! Ow!
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
Come on, let's scram!
Hurry, wise guys! We ain't through with you yet! Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they said just before they left? Something sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. And they've already done it to someone. You're right. She was injured when we saw her yet. Maybe she was too scared to...
Well, if that... Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get a...
The tea here just keeps getting more bitter.
Coffee is life. Looks like no more free coffee for me.
This coffee smells as good as ever.
Coffee is life.
The tea here just keeps getting more...
Looks like no more free coffee for me.
This coffee smells as good as ever.
Coffee is life.
Keeps getting more bitter.
Looks like no more free coffee for me.
This coffee smells as good as ever.
Gemma?
You again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own, so you can relax.
What? Why? I didn't...
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well. And it's been 10 long years. And still, every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid. How do I know I can trust you?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity, because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word. Trust me.
Okay. How can I help you?
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them. Do you know where it is?
I also know that the Fleuve Cendre is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups lurking around. If you're serious about going there, please be careful.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
I mean, bon appetit, but stay sharp too. They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Okay. Alright, power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now.
Looks like no more free coffee for me.
The tea here just keeps getting more...
What was that? Oh, it's gone. Can I go take a look?
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first. There we go. It should be just down here. disappear.
So this was Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Buckle up! Huh. Rah. Cha. Rah. Hi.
And voila!
Absorption test. Animal test.
Let's get it on!
Now
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing. There's something written on the card on this doll. These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
one of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate. This is no time for distractions. Seriously, you have a great magician standing right here. You don't want to miss the best part, do you?
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big, elaborate magic contraption. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe, aha!
A secret passageway! How did you know?
I'm a magician too, and it looks pretty big. And voila! Let's get this show on the road!
Absorption test. Stand clear. Grant us your block.
You asked for it.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Step right up!
By royal Animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption test. Buckle up. Odds reveal.
Here comes the finale!
Why have you stopped, Lenny? Is there some device in that box?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead. If anyone makes a major...
All right, see you in a... Seems like we can't step on the same tile twice. Guess we've got to finish it in one run, huh? take a peek inside it, shall we?
At one of my shows a few days ago, as a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish grant. So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time. I wound up saving. 2 children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too... Anyway, I told them... It seems like... Surely he's... I have a good... They have all... They wanted to call me. With time, Gemma thinks... It's nearly time for... I once over... It's only been... They're very... They hide things. That's the thing about... I can sense after thinking... P.S. P.P.S. Oh, see...
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Linny and Lynette, don't you think? So did they meet Caesar when they were kids?
hold that thought. As I expected.
Fishy?
All in good time. Before we go over, first, the magician slots themselves at this point. Meanwhile, oh no!
Very vivid
The audience's gaze then, of course, that's just how I think the process should. The inventor of, he fell right to and no one else had.
So Caesar's Paimon was about. Wait a second.
Glad you asked. This box right here is the one that sees once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up into from where they're at this point. He then escapes through this trapdoor onto.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined.
Well, there's a little more. There's the falling dove. Many days. Caesar was.
So.
I can make a. I looked into the case files.
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which lead because a magician can't afford to have their most base, but the essence of, and so, but in his most stressful and exactly, I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have, but I'm sure, so he, much like when you read instinctively, with the stakes being as high as they were.
When in reality, but how would they be?
It would have to have been someone who knew, isn't that right?
You just could. There's not a lot of people, but I gave you.
You mean Gemma?
Yes, which is why you can't leave.
And voila!
Book alive! Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
You're dead meat!
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
A round of applause!
Swirl, Mark 2!
Hear my prayer!
By Royal...
Now disappear!
Let's get it on!
Absorption test!
You kids are tougher than you look.
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? I think it's high time you started talking.
If I had a mora for every time you said that man's name. He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made...
So I was jealous.
Jealousy. He poured everything into his street, but the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all. He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their mora. There was nothing. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I had to kill him.
And this was...
It was reason enough.
Well, I was...
In love with...
Guess I was wrong about...
I am. Caesar, I never bought into any of that.
Oh, yeah!
That's just how it... I stole cheap.
So, that's the...
What choice do... So be it.
Very well. Traveler, Paimon. Keep an eye on Lorenzo.
At least I can finally stop looking over my shoulder now.
Lily has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him for the Phantom Weasel's crimes?
Look who's finally developed a conscience. What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it, because there'll be hell to pay.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should we start preparing for your show?
Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will no longer have to fear for her safety.
Good point. We should go tell Gemma the good news right away. It'll give her some peace of mind for sure.
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have any room left for dinner now.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
That's besides the point. Well, it's done now, but try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak.
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry, I still didn't know if I could trust you, but now it seems I can. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but
It's okay, we understand. He did threaten you. Paimon would find it hard to trust strangers in your position, too. But you don't need to be scared anymore.
Sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this day to... I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. But I had people watching me all the time. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me. And then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. Thank you all. Truly.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like they got along great. And to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. It's a travesty. At least his soul can finally...
If only I'd realized... before it was too late.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma. This isn't...
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live. Caesar wouldn't want to see you spending it feeling guilty.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the opera. This show will be a special one.
In Caesar's honor.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No, where are we... Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Linny and Lynette or not. Linny changed the topic back in the workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well. Guess we'll just have to ask Linny tomorrow evening.
Not this time. My brother's going solo today. So, I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin. The great magician Linny has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight, concluding with an all-new grand finale that no audience has ever seen before.
Wow!
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just... It reminds me of him.
No wonder. Caesar was a famous magician too. So, how did you two first meet, Gemma?
Well, I was out on the street once, and I saw him performing for little children. Children love magic, because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this amazing way of bringing them into a dreamlike world. And somehow, I felt drawn to him too. So I went up and asked him...
Aw, that sounds so romantic.
It was with a flower. I was so happy that day. No one had...
Oh, that's so cute!
Is that right? After all, you never know.
That's right. It's all over now. Paimon doesn't really know how to come.
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now. Phantom Weasel.
See? Even Lynette says... The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean,
As Linny once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show. The spotlight is no place for someone with no more cards up their sleeve. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time.
What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't like this riddle. Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going. Come on, say something!
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the performance so far. There will now be a brief intermission, after which Linny will perform the most electrifying act of tonight's show, the one we've all been waiting for. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make your way outside.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places, did they? Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk somewhere else for now.
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood. This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but thankfully, I do have a backup plan.
Linny? Don't we have more important things to address right now? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. Oh, what the heck's going on?
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask. And as it happens, the story I'm about to tell might answer a few of them.
Really? Well then, let's hear it! Paimon's dying of curiosity here!
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine, But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, a false weasel to close the chapter on her behalf. After weighing her options,
So, being the master deceiver she was,
The weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to make even me wonder whether there was really another mastermind behind all this, pulling the strings. But I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale. What's brought this on, Linny? Is it something that Lorenzo said?
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming with his confession, as if there was something else he was trying to hide.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me, even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing... Caesar was maligned, and who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise? No, not that poor lady.
Wait, but why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the...
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in your version of events, then I think the answer having killed Caesar with his own hands. Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the weasel remained free, then she could take care...
An excellent answer, though sadly a little dull.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you.
As a matter of fact, why would the real...
Of course. After all, we're just... If I had to guess, I would say that the real weasel must have had a terrible childhood. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed, scorned, beaten. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on, using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen. This was her only source of happiness in life. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything was taken from her. She felt like life was a miry pit that dragged... This was a fate too cruel for it. I detest... I will rob...
That's some...
Does this store...
Yes, it is quite to my taste.
Huh. 'Cause without that...
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now. Linny. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter outside the Opera House.
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever. Well, no, the most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves. Of course we did. We made it quite clear in...
10 years ago? You mean Caesar's death? Wait. Oh, I get it. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something?
We remember all our debts, however great or 10 years ago. See, but we didn't...
And? What exactly did you...
Free? Caesar once... I think that applied... Life took...
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a life of crime. Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, played along with your act, and he knew who... You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. But that truth is gone now. and I guarantee...
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom...
Gather round. I'm sure you're...
A high-altitude escape!
I'm sure you all remember, but we have now learned...
Guess that's my traveler, Paimon. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight.
Lenny, you two hid a lot from Caesar. You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Lenny said, when you're ready,
but what about Gemma?
she'll figure out what's...
All right. Well, let's go and watch...
I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication.
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Lenny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flowers.
How could he possibly have done that?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just vanished, right in front of my eyes.
What a heart-stopping magic show! This was really worth the trip. Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Linny has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. Oh, I couldn't ask for a better grand finale. It will make a great headline for the Steambird tomorrow, even if I do say so myself.
Whew. Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Where'd he go? Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, you mean the one? Yeah, that's probably it. This whole magic show kinda seemed like Linny's way of saying goodbye to Caesar. So it makes sense that that's where he'd be afterward. Alright, let's go look.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little. I was honestly... Sometimes, did he regret taking
You know?
After I joined the House of the Hearth, I told you about my past, but I quickly realized I needed to learn. We were gifted...
So that's why you...
Yes. In all, we all... For instance, but in truth, what amazed me, trust is...
Linny...
Still worried about the way I feel? You really are a gentle soul, aren't you? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. That night, to keep secrets is... You only realize how much someone really meant...
Yeah, cheer up! We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. But whatever happens, Paimon always believes in what tomorrow brings. Delicious food, fun toys, and the traveler by my side. Paimon just needs to focus on things like this, and all the unhappy stuff goes right out the window. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you...
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma. But at least it left us with each other. That's why the darkness never consumed me, and why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but alright.
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation. We spent most of our time in the Opera House just talking and pretty much missed the entire first half of the show. Lenny, could you do just one more trick for us?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
can do anything if he puts his mind to it.
Oh, all right then. I'll give it a go, but only because it's you. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand! We ain't going along with this!
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me.
3, 2...
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! Oh, but more importantly, Paimon had...
Well...
Is that...
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I look forward to see...
All right, fine. See ya. Shall we head back now, too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning and...
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der Ver... May the glory of the Prinzessin... bring light to this world.
I'm very
Oh, please, Linny! Oh, huh? What's happening here? I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, but just as dawn broke...
That was...
Too late, bro.
Aha!
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded...
Oh, quickfire question! Where did...
Oh, we went to this... Actually,
What?
No,
What the...
Seems... Forgive my persistence, but apparently... All right, I guess I'll leave.
Lynette? Oh, really?
Phew.
Please, take good. I'd be really upset.
I've never seen anything like it.
I'm sure it'll
be not believe it.
The Palais Mermonia's idea of crisis awareness.
Been out in a while.
I've never seen anything like it. I simply could not believe it.
You are not welcome here.
Animal test 6308.
Shine eternal.
Booster blood. Enhanced animal module 75.
Yield. Shine down. Clear work.
Stay clear.
Hear my prayer. Torn to oblivion.
You are not
Little protein test. Needs animal hypostasis.
We shall prevail. Flee. Inazuma shines eternal. Just a break. Do your work.
Break of your blood. Animal test 6308.
regret. are not welcome here.
Stay clear.
Do your work! We shall prevail!
Now you're testing my patience.
You're exposed!
Animal test 6308.
Grant us your blessing!
Enhanced animal module 75.
Again.
Yield!
Illusion shattered!
You are not welcome.
Absorption test.
Hear my prayer!
Swirl, Mark 2. Stand clear.
Grant us your blessing! Yield!
What was that? Oh, it's gone. Can I go take a look? I haven't been out in a while.
Shine down!
You are not welcome here.
Animal test 6308.
We shall prevail!
Enhanced animal model.
There is no escape! Hear my breath!
I'm stand clear of this name.
We'll meet again.
Do your worst!
Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Animal height to oblivion.
Grant us his lesson! You! Fall back and await my orders.
Now!
Animal test 6308.
Inazuma, shine eternal! We shall prevail!
Whoa, Mark 2!
You are not welcome here!
Make yourselves a move! Absorption test!
You're exposed! Now you shall perish!
Break of your blessing! Enhanced animal module 75!
Hear my prayers! Do your work! There is no escape!
You are not welcome here!
Pin them down!
Stand clear! Animal test 6308! Animal hyperstasis emulate!
We shall prevail! You're exposed!
Wait! Stand clear!
Regret.
moment to quickly take down some notes. I haven't been out in a while.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Absorption test.
Let's get it on! Yeah! There is no escape!
I just need a moment to quickly take down some notes.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever. Too slow.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn.
Squall and Fury!
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion.
Behold!
I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Quit following me.
Yeah.
The wind rises.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's...
I see everything. Yeah. Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
The wind rises. Too slow.
Make yourselves at home!
Squall and Fury. You dare to gaze upon me?
Bro!
Behold! That's far enough! The wind rises.
Everyone hold hands! Yeah!
Squall and Fury. You're dead. The wind rises. Know your place.
Barely nodded!
Squall and Fury.
You dare to gaze upon me?
Temple of Whispers!